Record. All right, welcome to our Experience Isagenix start call. These are every Monday night at the same time, 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. And tonight, I am so excited to introduce this guy right here, Justin. How do you say your last name, Justin? Whelan? Is that right?
Whelan.
Whelan. Justin Whelan. And it's kind of funny how I connected with him. I actually saw him in our start group as an amazing transformation, and I asked him if I could use his picture, and he said yes. And then we got into the conversation about him talking on the call, and here we are. So,
this is it.
This is great. So, Justin, when I had the pleasure of talking with you, I believe on Saturday, which was a great way to start my day, I asked you, one of the first questions I asked you is, were you kind of a little skeptical of Isagenix? I mean, can you jump into that a little bit? He laughs. Yes.
I do laugh. I've been a competitive athlete for my entire life. I was actually, for about the past 6 years, I was a competition strongman at a national level. So I've always been around supplements. I've always been around that. And I always thought Isagenix was just another shake company. Just another shake company. Especially because the way that it was introduced to myself. I was, like I told Cole, I was introduced to Isagenix 6 times before I actually started. Over a 2-year period. And every single time I'm like, I don't need those stupid shakes. I don't need this. I don't need that. You know? So I was extremely skeptical. Because I didn't want to give up my food. But obviously my food wasn't working for me. I got injured and I just packed on the pounds. And it was very unreal and very unsatisfying when I finally looked at myself.
Yeah, I think, a lot of people who've been with Isagenix have experienced that too, skepticism. My whole family is on Isagenix, and I think they said no to Heidi on here for about 2 years. Now the whole family's on it. So you finally said yes after on the 7th time of being asked for 2 years. I mean, oh my gosh, 2 years. How can you tell me how your first 30 days went? I mean, what did you kind of go through?
Well, I'm going to back up on you first because I actually wasn't asked my 7th time. What I thought was my friend bought me a package because she cared about me. 2 years later, like I told this last Friday, I found out 2 years later, my wife actually bought me the package. So it wasn't even a friend. So for 2 years, they've been lying to me the entire time. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I don't even know if I'm mad at you right now. But I started as soon as I found out it was ordered for me, I started stealing my wife's shakes. So I started taking these things, and I looked at the package, and I realized what was in it. Everything that I had an entire shelf full of was in this one little package that I could take. Instead of sitting there for half an hour, scooping in this, scooping in that, putting in this, it was all in my one package, my one shake. And I followed the program to a T for my first 30 days. And I lost roughly about 25 pounds in my very first 30 days. It changed my mentality. It changed my outlook. It changed who I was. I was able to get back myself. I was able to regain myself, but my family regained me. I was able to sit there and play with my kids. I mean, we have some property up there, and it was tiring just walking from my house to the back of my property, feed my horses. And, I started to get all that back. And like I said, I started to get myself back. And just with the products itself and everything, when you stack them all together, that is an amazing thing. And it all works together. It's all one piece. It's like a puzzle, and you put all the pieces together, and you have a beautiful picture at the end.
That I don't mean to sound all sappy, but that was a beautiful
Score for me.
Yes. Score for Justin. And, one thing that you said to me on Saturday that I really liked is you were like, you know what, Colton, I still have dinner with my family. I think when a lot of people come into this, they're like, well, all you guys do is drink your shakes. And that's really not true. I mean, we still love food. I eat a lot of food and I drink a lot of shakes. I mean, I just put a lot into my body. I love food, but I also love my shakes and I love the way it makes me feel. And that's what's so great about this is it still lets you regain and maintain your health at an optimal level, but you're still able to live your life. You're still able to go have dinner with your family and with your friends, or really to just help you enjoy life. And that's what I got out of that answer when you told me that on Saturday, which was completely awesome. So
you're 100% correct. I mean, last night I had pizza with my wife and kids because that's what my kids wanted. Every meal that I control, I choose. But I choose to eat with my family. I choose to sit down at the dinner table because I didn't have that when I grew up, and I want that for my children. So that's what the balance that it provides in our lives. That's what the amazing thing is.
Definitely. It's so true. And yeah, you're 100% correct. So, so you're past your 30 days now. You've been doing Isagenix for a while. And, one thing that, we hear a lot about in today's society is stress. I mean, we're all under so much stress. It's insane. And it really starts to take a hit on your body. And
sorry, did you just say you had squirrel pot pie?
Yeah, that's Jamie. Not a surprise at all, considering it's Mr. Jamie Holloway.
Sorry, I had to stop it for a second. Did I just read that right?
It was actually our first time ever cooking squirrel. I've hunted my whole life, and talking about having dinner with a family, we decided we were going to try squirrel, so we made a big squirrel pot pot. It was really, really good.
Welcome.
But y'all carry on.
You have squirrel hunters and firefighters and everything in between.
That's awesome. I love it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. That was funny. So like I said, we're all under so much stress, and sometimes we just don't know how to deal with it, and it really takes a big hit on our bodies. Is that correct? Yeah. So how did you notice a difference in your stress and things like that when you started Isagenix?
I did. It's, I've always had a problem with focusing ever since I was a little kid. And not only would that stress me out, but my weight gain stressed me out. Seeing my family see me the way I was, how unhappy I was, that stressed me out. So after probably, I want to say maybe about 5 days is when I really noticed that my anxiety and my stress level really decreased, but it was, but over time I've been able to balance, and I feel like I am in a balance. And I kind of contributed to like what do you call those? The balance beams. What's not? If you have one leg off, you're going to rock to one side. If you have the other leg off, you're going to rock to the other side. But as soon as you can get them in parallel and in line, you're going to be able to focus and go straight down that path that you need to go. It's helped me at work. I've been able to focus on the tasks, being able to manage myself between the multiple calls, especially in our main line of work is search and rescue. So we have our own helicopter and we go and fly. And we have to constantly be looking out for other aircraft if there's any other objects, and I'm just be able to hone in, I guess you could say, and not have to worry about everything else. Not have to worry about, oh man, I really don't want to have to eat. I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to do that. But it's just been able to give me a sense of peace, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think, one of my favorite products outside of the shakes is the Isagenix. And
boom, number one.
Isagenix all the way, right? And so, Isagenix has definitely been a pretty amazing thing in my life and probably every single one of you on this call. So,
that's what this is. That's what's in here. It's actually that full of Isagenix because I'm about to go, because after this call, I'm going to go to bed. So I take it at night to help me sleep and calm me down.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. Um, so, you know, one thing that you and I kind of went over on Saturday was how it affected you on like an emotional level. And this may tie into the stress part a little bit, but can you tell me a little more about the emotional level, such as the confidence that it provided you?
Um, I've been up and down in my weight loss, and I I have lost weight prior, but when you lose weight, you eventually find it again. So when I released those pounds, I chose not to get them back anymore. I've been able to be myself. I've been able to be my kids, and I can see through their eyes, especially when I gained the weight, they would follow in my footsteps with the junk food, with the unhealthy eating. So I've been able to gain that confidence back. I've been able to, like I said earlier, I've been able to gain myself back, who I was. I mean, I would have never done this. I'm very blessed and I'm very fortunate to be on a call with all you. It's something that I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, and I'm not going to say it's because of my weight loss, but it's because of what it has done to me, I guess you could say. I'm a more positive person. I'm more outgoing. I'm more energetic. The energy is through the roof. It's absolutely insane. And I used to be addicted to sugar. I used to be addicted to all this stuff. And, I'm full-blown addicted to sugar. I'll raise my hand on that one. So, but being able to have the confidence to know that I have the proper nutrition, that is the absolute best thing that I can have and I can provide for my family.
That's great. That is so great. And that really is a perfect answer that leads into my next question about this. And it's a part of Isagenix that we don't really know about, but we were really hesitant about kind of bringing this part into the call tonight. But with what you've told me, it just makes sense. So, why did you start sharing this? What, Isagenix makes it so easy to share this with people to help other people feel exactly like you are. So why did you say yes to, or why did you keep an open mind to sharing this?
I have always wanted to change the world. I know it's kind of a corny answer and it's a relatively broad answer, but I believe proper health and nutrition and happiness should be enjoyed by everybody. Everybody is the most beautiful people in the world are not physically beautiful. They're happy. And I believe everybody deserves that gift and everybody deserves that chance. My daughter said to me a couple of days ago, right before you and I got on the call, we were talking about Africa and even Detroit, the kids that don't have the food. And she said, Daddy, how can we provide food and proper nutrition to these? She's 6 years old, mind you. And she's like, can we give them money? I have a little bit of money. Can we help in that way? I said, well, sweetheart, let's go and help everybody that we can, because if I help one person, that could possibly help another kid down the road. So let's start at one person, grab a person, share it with them. Let's get them to be able to feel exactly what we feel and feel the happiness and be able to experience what we've been able to enjoy. And that is why, I want to make the world happy. I want people to enjoy life. That's it.
Yeah. And, after listening, after myself having an experience in Isagenix and listening to your story, which is there's so many awesome stories about there and what Isagenix has done for people's health, you realize that this is such a gift. Isagenix is such a gift. And I was just having this conversation with someone, and I was like, you know what? It's not our responsibility to make the choice for someone on whether or not they would like Isagenix. Because really, that's kind of selfish. And especially when you have such a gift like this that is accessible to anyone who's willing to give it a try. And so that's what, it's such a gift. And, since you've started this, if you're listening to the recording or if you're on the call right now, you can probably see that this is a pretty valuable investment. And Justin, at first you were like, it's not worth the investment, but now I bet you have a completely different attitude about it.
It is, I don't like spending money on myself. So especially when I was approached, I didn't want to invest in myself. I'd rather invest in someone else and do everything I can for them. So now I would do it again, 100%, hands down. I would never look back, and I haven't looked back. I will make sure that I consistently take care of my nutrition, because I believe I learned and I believe that a person has a right to be selfish about their health and nutrition to a point. Because who am I? How am I going to be able to take care of my kids or my firefighters' kids or my firefighters if I don't take care of myself first? Mm-hmm. That's one of the biggest lessons I had to learn. And it's helped absolutely phenomenal, and not only my life, but other people's lives as well.
That's awesome. And I love how you brought in the firefighting part. You have a job where you're literally saving lives, and you need to be your best self when you are saving lives. And that's exactly what Isagenix, it's been a vehicle that's been provided to you to help you do just that.
It has.
So, you guys, that is about all we have for Justin tonight. Unless, Justin, what else do you have to share with us? What kind of sporadic wisdom while you're on fire here do you have to give us?
I just ask that you actually care about the person, care about the people that you're trying to help. Get to know them. Actually understand, because what you're doing for person A might not work for person B. And it doesn't matter. And the ultimate gift is whether or not you stay with Isagenix, I stay with Isagenix, our health is going to be changed forever. We will consistently have it in the back of our mind, and you're going to be able to help every single person no matter what it is. So go out there and share it. 1,000 no's doesn't mean anything, It just doesn't mean, a no doesn't mean right now. It just means not yet.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing, just stay strong, help as many people as I can, be the product of the product, and be the example for everyone else.
So true. Yes. So true. Does anybody have questions for Justin while we're here?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you completed an Ice Body challenge?
I'm on my 5th one, almost completed.
Woohoo! That's awesome.
If you go on that page right now, I post a question every morning. I post a video, and the question that I posted this morning is, what is the number one thing the Ice Body Challenge has done for you? Or what has it brought you? For me, it's family. I have met so many people and so many accountability partners, because like I said, I live in a small town, so I don't have a gym. My gym's in my garage. So there's one wall like this, and my couch is on the other side. All I want to do is break through the wall and just sleep. So I'm like, I'm done. But it's the family. The Ice Body Challenge is absolutely amazing. I'm on my 5th one, and I'm just about to complete it.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. What is the Ice Body Challenge can you walk us through what Ice Body Challenge has kind of taught you?
It's taught me self-control, accountability, for one, for not only myself but others, and it's taught me that it's okay to be happy, that I can enjoy life and be able to accomplish my goals. I used to be a person that set so many unrealistic goals, but it's taught me to do smaller ones and celebrate the tiniest victories. My wife had a personal record in her deadlift. I blasted that all over the internet. It's just what you should do. I'm so happy. It has taught me to understand myself, I guess you say.
That's awesome. I've actually gone through a similar, experience, and one of the people I've been listening to a lot lately is Peter Kelly.
Oh my gosh.
One of the biggest things that she talks about is just being in alignment. And for me, I've always had that issue, like you said, of setting those unrealistic goals. Like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire in a year. But I look at it and it just freaks me out. It takes me out of alignment and I become a pretty grouchy guy. So, it's learning how to be okay with where you are now while still being able to look ahead and just keep going. And I've had so much peace just kind of come over me since I've done that, just being okay with being okay, that just about every area of my life has improved, like you said, and I'm sure that everyone on this call can agree with that. Have you done the Healthy Mind and Body program?
Oh man, I don't even know where to start about that. For like the first 10 days, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing in the world. Then at day 45, I'm like, why is this over? I'm like, how do I do another one? I'm like, why am I answering the same exact questions? But it's in order to get you in the mindset. It's what it's supposed to do. Man, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And, essentially it's free. It's free to anybody. So why not do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we've talked with me and Allie and Jamie especially. We've talked with Rod Hairston a few times, one-on-one about that. And I love his story when he's like, because Healthy Mind and Body used to be a $750 program.
Yeah.
And Jim Coover went to Rod Hairston and said, I want to buy this for you. And it's going to be $39.99, and the person is going to get $45 back when they complete it. And Rod Hairston about passed out.
I believe it. I'd be like, what are you doing to me?
I feel like if I would have been Rod Hairston, I would have passed out too. I mean, because it's such an amazing program that you get to do for free, and it's a life changer. And I'm doing it right now, and it's absolutely phenomenal.
It is.
So, yeah. So we have about 5 minutes left, and we have a pretty awesome challenge coming up. And I'm going to move over to Allie Gable over here, the one and only. And she's going to give us a little more info about the challenge coming up. It's starting March 5th, I believe, and going until February 5th.
Even I know. That's how I know you. That's how I met you. I'm like, this challenge is awesome.
I don't know why, but the third time today I've done that.
Well, I feel like everyone on this call knows about the challenge. If there were like new people,
so we are recording. So, yeah.
So you think I should talk about it?
I think it'd be great since we're recording.
Okay. So we have the Teamwork Makes the Dream Work Challenge coming up, and I'm super excited about it because it's going to be totally different from any 30-day challenge that we've ever done. Besides the fact that it's 30 days and most of our challenges are 30 days, this is totally focused on teams. So you have to get a team together, and in order to participate, you can't even participate if you don't have a team. And your team can comprise of one person who has already been using the product since before December 11th, and then 2 other people on your team. You can have more than 3, but 3 is the minimum. And then 2 or more people on your team had to have started or are brand new since December 11th on. So that's how the teams are going to work. It's going to be in a private Facebook group, and there's going to be daily challenges posted every day, which is going to be super fun. I should probably mention that the grand prize is $1,500. So that is freaking huge. And it's going to be a crazy, crazy challenge because of that, I'm sure. A lot of people could use that money. Yeah. And so it's like Colton said, February 5th to March 6th. And I don't know, I'm probably forgetting a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. That's great in a nutshell. And if you're watching this, reach out to the person who sent you the information about the challenge, and we would just absolutely love to have you along. So, yeah. Anybody have questions? Any more questions? We good? Alrighty. Thank you all so much for coming tonight. The recording will be posted this evening. And again, thank you, Justin, for everything. And it's really people like you that make me have so much love for this company. You're just changing lives every day. And when you have people living to serve and not be served, you know something's good happening. So it's pretty awesome. And there's so many other awesome individuals within Isagenix who are doing amazing things. So thank you all. Have a wonderful Monday night. Enjoy your week and just keep going. You're all awesome. So
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much. It was awesome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure meeting all of you.